What's going on YouTube? Card Boss here, where we talk about cards, money, investing. In today's short segment, I'm going to react and give my thoughts on a recent eBay sale for the 2013 Precious Metal Gems Spiderman Red out of 100 in a PSA 8 slab, which was recently sold for $18,354. That's a lot of cash for what we consider a modern day card and a PSA 8 holder. Doesn't matter sports or non-sports. Now, 2013 is a rookie year for last year's NBA Finals MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, and his Prism Silver PSA 8 rookie card sold for under $5,000. Now, we take that up a notch and move into 2013 PMG basketball for LeBron James in his college uniform. But this is a PMG green out of 10, and it's in a PSA 9 holder that sold for under $15,000. So, what do I make of this Spider-Man sale? Well, you probably need to first go back to my previous video where I talked about the PSA 9 version of this very card that sold for $72,000 on PWCC. Now, in that video, I did raise a couple of points where, one, I initially felt the PSA 9 Spider-Man would end up around the $25,000 range and had my theory to back that assumption. Obviously, that number was blown out of the water. Two, I assumed whoever was willing to pay $72,000 on a single Spider-Man card would unlikely be a Marvel card collector, but instead a huge fan of Spider-Man in general, who wanted to purchase an iconic piece of memorabilia and of course had a means to do so. And finally, 3. The above two theories can be further justified based on this PSA 8 sale, which has now concluded. Okay, so let's break down this $18,000 sale. There were 4 bidders jockeying on this card towards the end, and the 4 is actually quite an important number. When you talk about a card with this kind of price tag, the number of bidders actually goes down and the price escalates. This is of course normal because not everyone can afford to shell out that kind of dollars to purchase a piece of cardboard. So when you look at the $72,000 PSA 9 sale, I truly think that there's just probably 2 people out there that's willing to pay that kind of top dollar for one card. One would be the earlier example of a rich Spider-Man fan, or 2, a possible set collector gunning for a PSA 9 set, which in my opinion, if completed, might be worth at least $250,000. So when you scale the number down to a sub 20k price tag, there's likely be more than 2 people, in this case 4 people, aiming to acquire this PSA 8. When you compare 72 versus 18, that's effectively 4x, and we know PSA 9 doesn't really equate 4x of a PSA 8. Of course, not all cards are created equal, and in this case for PMG, it might be reasonable to assume that this is the actual multiplier. But having said that, we are assuming that the 72k PSA 9 is truly the benchmark price, which I kind of disagree in my opinion. I still stand by my assumption that this 72k is actually one-off and happens to coincide with the weekend release of No Way Home. If another PSA 9 came to market in the coming weeks, which I strongly believe there is a high possibility of that happening, I can safely assume it will not breach its previous high. But if say the next PSA 9 fell way short of the high of 72k, say it landed at 60k for example, would this mean the current buyer of this PSA 8 paying $18,354 overpaid for this card? Not quite. While the PSA 9s are truly expensive and way beyond reach for many others, the PSA 8 is actually a Pop 1. So, meaning the owner now has the only affordable graded copy out there in a PSA slab, and that's the premium he or she is paying for. Yes, there's potentially many more out there still in raw and ungraded, but there's no guarantee what the condition of these cards are or what grade they'll fetch if they were to be submitted to PSA. The winner of this auction, likely a collector, decided to take a safe route and to lock in this iconic piece within his affordable price range today. And whether he overpaid it by $2,000 or $3,000, it's kind of irrelevant given how important this piece is and considering the pop count today. I guess if I was a true Spider-Man card collector needing this piece for my PC, going in at this price doesn't seem unreasonable at all. And I believe this was the same thought process for those 4 bidders in this auction. At the end of the day, there is one happy card owner who I think paid an extremely reasonable price for an iconic card. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Till the next one, Card Boss out.